This is your Diamond Inside for tonight of the US-China tussle of wheels on Zambia. As the saying goes, and we quote, "When two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers." Certainly, the effects of wrangling between the two economic heavyweights is felt in our corridors of power. Many a times, President Hakainde Hichilema has been repeatedly asked by local media on which side his diplomatic ties are the strongest on either East and West, and the president has been clear that he enjoys cordial relations from both sides of the regions. Our worry is from the latest diplomatic row between the US government and China over Zambia's debt, in which US Secretary to the Treasury Professor Janet Yellen is quoted having criticized the Chinese government of being a barrier in the ongoing negotiations with private creditors. We may be at the receiving end of the global fiscal dictates, but we are of the view that the American government desists on one-sided comments on a matter that requires consensus of creditors not limited to either the two nations. From what we are told, his talks are making headways in restructuring our debt, but what is troubling are the statements that are made away from the diplomatic table. Just like we stated recently, the visits by Professor Yellen and the IMF's Kristalina Georgieva are not ordinary, and we are bound to raise eyebrows from the East and beyond, but we do not expect them to rile the very partners needed to restructure our debt program. The comment by the US Secretary of the Treasury may have the potential to derail talks to advance our quest to effectively implement the G20 framework, whose terms we know will not be easy for the struggling economy. Our fiscal doldrums must not turn us into a launchpad for geopoliticking, especially that we have been friends of many since Independence Day, and we continue to be. If what the Americans are saying is true, we feel the rules of engagement should have been made in a face-to-face scenario as opposed to isolated comments that have infiltrated the Chinese government, as seen by a statement released by its embassy in Zambia circulated on the media. Clearly, the somewhat modern scramble for Africa is playing out, but we refuse to be participants in geopolitics because we strive for peaceful bi- and multilateral relations across the globe.